Here with Dylan's Home Espresso Bar. So today is going to be going back to the basics. So I have a lot of questions still today since I've started my channel until now on how to dial in your espresso. So I first want to say thank you over to the folks over at Java Hava for sending me these beans. If you guys have not tried Java Hava, I strongly recommend their coffee. The first one they sent was a Cinnabon, and the second one they sent was Mocha. As you can tell, like I showed in the last video, it's almost gone. I have been really enjoying these beans. I'm just getting till now to kind of get to them. I had a lot of stuff going on. I've been called the one-handed barista already, so thank you for that, Andre. So we are going to be going over how to dial in your espresso beans. So we are going to be using the Breville Barista Express and the built-in grinder, and then we're going to be using the Breville DualBoiler and the niche. So two different types of setups with two different types of grinders, and that was my wife's face. So I appreciate all of you guys who have supported my channel. If you guys are interested, make sure to hit that thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. I know this is repetitive, however, it really does help our channel as well. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the family, welcome to the coffee community. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification so you never miss another one of my videos and the content that I create for you guys. So again, I just want to say thank you, get that out of the way. I want to appreciate and just say thanks to each and every one of you guys who've supported us in our journey. So we are going to be dialing in Java Hava beans. So again, thank you so much to the folks over at Java Hava for sending me these. We are going to start out with the Breville DualBoiler. I'm going to go ahead and pull a shot on the DualBoiler and see what I need to fine tune on that. Once we get that good, we're going to head over to the Barista Express and the built-in grinder. And I know a lot of people are just now buying the Barista Express. They're new to it. They're struggling with it, and I was in their position at once, and I would love to help as much as possible. So that's why I am revisiting this, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys learn. Make sure to let me know down in the comments if this helped you. Also, let me know down in the comments below what is your favorite coffee beans, and let me know down in the comments. Another one of my favorite coffee beans is Good Brothers. If you guys have not tried them, you can't go wrong with any of their beans. I've been using them for quite some time now. Absolutely love and enjoy them. So thank you so much for that as well, Brent. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to bring you guys a little closer here. All right, actually, I'm going to have my wife. Here, honey, you want to take this off for me? Take it off the tripod. All right, so just bear with me here. I got to do everything one-handed. So I did have a subscriber who made me an amazing dosing cup for my niche. It's absolutely amazing. However, it is very short right here because it is precision, doesn't go deep in the basket, which I love. However, I have to use this for right now because I have to transfer with one hand, and this allows it to stay in the basket a lot easier. So, so here we go. Again, bear with me here. I may struggle, but that's okay. I'd rather do it on live and show you guys not everything is extremely easy, especially when you can only use one hand. It's kind of a bummer. Just gonna go in here with my hand. It's not gonna stop me from making content, especially for those of you who are struggling out there. I wanna help out as much as I possibly can. So we're gonna go 20 grams. All right, so you want to make sure that you are exact or almost exact every time because it's going to be very crucial when dialing in your espresso. So right now we're at 11, 12, 13, 14 on the niche. I think this is a good starting point. I did have these dialed in about a week ago when I was really getting into them. However, I'm just getting to showing you guys the beans. So here we go. All right, always make sure to weigh your beans. This is going to be, consistency is always key. So one good thing I like about these beans is there's zero static almost every time. So that has been nice. So because I only have one hand, hopefully you guys never only have to use one hand. This thing is stifling hot, but I have to do it for the video. So I kind of have to grab it and transfer it with my thumb here and kind of just hold it with my broken one. All right. So we're going to give it a couple taps here. And then what I've been doing, since I can't use another hand, is I just put it on the block party. So St. Anthony coming in clutch with their block party here.
There you
All
go.
right. I got to clean this up. It's a mess. Harder to clean things up with one hand, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my tamper, and we're going to go ahead and tamp this down. Make sure it's on there pretty good. All right, there we go. So one thing when dialing in your espresso that you want to make sure of is you have a nice consistent pressure every time. You also want to make sure that there is no ridges on the side here that have any kind of gaps or any kind of holes in here, because you're going to set yourself up for channeling. You can have the best grind size and everything, and if there's any kind of holes or imperfections in this puck or the tamping is uneven, you're going to get channeling every time, and that's not fun. So try to stay as consistent as possible. So now we're going to come over here. You don't have to do this. However, I strongly recommend that you flush and purge out your machine every single time before pulling a shot. Just kind of gets that heat up on your machine and stays consistent. So just a little tip there. If you guys don't already have a scale of any kind, I have a scale that I bought from Amazon, which I'll show you after. It's about 15 bucks. This one's a little bit pricey. It's at $225. It's the Akaya scale. Definitely love the scale. I would not regret purchasing this again. However, it is a bit expensive, and I know that it can be quite a bit for beginners just getting into their machine. So I will give you guys a cheaper alternative. So if you want to get underneath for the extraction, perfect. So we're going to watch this together and see if we need to make any kind of changes. So shot looks pretty good there, coming together pretty nice. Overall, I think that the shot is looking good. So right off the bat, one thing that we're going to have to do is we are definitely going to have to make sure that it is a little bit coarser, because it is coming out a bit fine. So we're going to make that adjustment here. Now I think this would be a decent shot for a milk-based beverage. I'll go ahead and show you guys the crema. So here is the shot here. So shot looks really good. We got some tiger striping in there. I always like to just give it a nice little tap to release those air pockets. They always say that you should stir with a spoon, not swirl the cup. So just going to go ahead and swirl this around here. Nice and gentle. You don't want to overly do it. But the crema, if you guys are new to espresso, this is the part that the golden part is the part that's going to be very, very bitter. So I know some people will remove this crema like this until they just get the black coffee, and they'll add their hot water or whatever. But we're going to go ahead and give this a try for you guys. We are going to dial this in a bit further. Hopefully I don't break my leg now. I almost fell. We're going to dial this in a little bit further because it came out a little too slow. We're looking for a 1-to-2 ratio. So if we go 20 grams in, we're looking for 40 grams out in about 22 to 28 seconds. That was about a 44 second. I can't remember. It was about 44 seconds with the 40 grams. So we're definitely going to have to coarsen that up a little bit to allow the flow of water to travel through the puck a lot faster. So the finer you are, so if you guys are new to espresso, think of it as sand and rocks. So if you have a cup of sand and a cup of rocks and I go to pour water in both of them, the cup with sand, it's going to take really, really long for that water to travel down to the bottom of that glass. Now you take the other cup with rocks and you put the rocks on there. You put the water down the rocks, it's going to go down to the bottom of the cup very, very fast. So at that point, depending on how fast or slow your shot is, you're going to have to adjust accordingly. Unfortunately, a lot of people ask the question, well, what do you have your grinder set to? Well, we could have the same batch of beans, the exact same grinder, but the grind size is totally different, and that's just unfortunate, but it's something that that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis as being home baristas and hobbyists. So I'm going to go ahead and taste this shot. Okay, so this is considered an over-extracted shot, meaning the time of the contact of the hot water to the puck was a lot longer than expected. But crazy enough, the mocha flavor is still shining above the sourness and bitterness of this shot. So definitely 100% would recommend trying these beans out. If you guys haven't tried them yet, very great company. They do taste amazing, but this is a dialing in video for you new beginners. So we're going to go ahead and dial these in one more time, and then we're going to head over to the Barista Express. So my wife can come follow me over here. Also make sure your cups are always preheated. I did preheat these cups before my live, so you're definitely going to want to make sure you do that, because you're not going to want to get a nice hot, bear with me here. You don't want to get a nice extraction shot into a cold cup, because it's going to shock that espresso. All right, so just using this hand as a guide. I did fracture this hand and dislocate it, so got to be careful.
Hanzo Cafe
Yep.
said, "What's up, Dylan?"
Hey, how's it going? Okay. So things are a little bit more difficult with one hand, but just bear with me here. I'm teaching you guys how to dial in your espresso at home. So hopefully this video helps. If you guys are watching this, you guys can fast forward it to see the next shot, or you can watch me struggle. That's fine too. All right. So now we're going to move on to the next one here. So like I said, we were on 14 before, so now we moved it. Now we're going to be on grind size 17. So we are going to move it quite a bit, because a little bit coarser, because it did come out very, very slow. So we're going to go ahead, like I said, stay consistent every time. Make sure to weigh your shots. It's going to be very, very important. Don't use your teeth to open up bags. I just have to. I really hope we have enough beans to dial in with the Barista Express. If not, not a problem. I can always just use other beans. But again, just want to say thank you to the folks over at Java Haba for sending me these. They have been absolutely delicious, and I have enjoyed them. This is very messy. All right. So stay consistent. Try to get as close to that dial mark. So that's 20 grams right there.
BB Nana?
All right, so here's 20 grams.
20 grams.
Right there. So stay consistent every time. Nice, see hardly any static at all. You can see how fluffy the grinds are as well. So we're just going to, once again, touch this very hot portafilter in order to transfer, but it's what we got to do. Very nice and fluffy. Give it a tap or so, and then we're going to go ahead and distribute
grind's looking good. That's it.
All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and stay consistent on your pressure. Make sure it's nice and level. Go nice and slow when you lift up. And then here we go. Nice even puck again. Nice even on the sides. No visible marks of imperfections. And we're going to go ahead and attempt to pull the next shot. So again, start out by just purging that group head. Release that heat.
Release the heat.
Stay consistent every time. So if you can control a variable, keep controlling it and don't change anything. So here we go. If my wife wants to get under to get the good shot. Here we go. Let's hope that this shot is a little bit better. So again, the last shot came out a little bit too slow. So we're looking to speed things up with this shot. So right away you can tell it's coming out faster. Looks really good. Hopefully those two streams can come together. There we go. Good looking shot right there. And right now I'm pretty pleased with that one. All right. So shot came out a lot better than the last one. We hit 34 seconds. So technically, yes, you could go one more time with dialing in this shot. I do want to just give this a taste test and move on to the Barista Express. If I were to dial this in one more time, you can hold it because I'm going to come straight over there. If I were to dial this in one more time, I would go from 17 to about probably 19 or 20. And I think we're going to hit that 22 to 28 second range. So if you guys are new to dialing in espresso, the slower the extraction, if it's too slow and you're not getting the desired output in the 22 to 28 seconds, definitely make sure to coarsen up the grind so you can allow more water to flow so you get a faster extracted shot. If you are getting way too much coffee in a short amount of time, you're going to want to make the grind size a lot finer so that way you guys can get a better tasting extraction shot as well. So really nice crema. I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste test. I mean, you can just smell the mocha from the shot. I'm not a huge espresso drinker, but these shots are very, very smooth, especially when you dial this in. You can really get the strong taste of mocha. Yeah, so that's really, really good. So definitely enjoy that. We're going to go ahead and move on to the Barista Express. However, I'm going to give you guys some little bonus content here. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of milk in there and make a little small kind of cortado, I guess, if you want to put it.
What is that?
A cortado is 2 parts espresso, 2 parts milk. So we're not going to be adding a lot of...
Are you not going to froth it?
No, I am.
Oh.
So I'm not going to add a ton of milk. However, we're just going to make a little latte here. So my wife has to help me turn on the steam wand because I can't do both. So I'm just going to angle it. So if you guys are new to frothing, don't turn on yet. So you want to make sure that the spout is rested against the steam wand and it comes straight in there, and it's either at 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock and it's just barely submerged. So if you want to turn that on, you're going to hear the paper tearing sound there. So now we are going to submerge that, and we're just going to mix that around, and good. All right. So it's a bit harder having my wife do it because right there I probably would have angled the jug a little bit more to froth the milk. However, it's very, very difficult to do it with one hand. Normally I like to hold one hand and then kind of turn it with the other. But I don't have that luxury at the moment. But this is the dialing in video. I'm just kind of giving you guys some bonus content here. So
Bonus.
just gonna transfer over to another pitcher just to kind of smooth all that milk together. So you got that nice microfoam there. Just gonna pour out a couple drops here, and then I can kind of hold it with this finger. All right. So really difficult to pour, but
Still hard.
looks okay
That's
for
cute.
barely using the another hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste test for you guys. Oh yeah. So the milk really brings out the mocha for sure. Definitely tastes absolutely amazing. But I will save these for later. Don't worry, I'm not throwing these out. I will drink these. I'll put this shot into an iced beverage for those of you who are like, oh no. So now I'm just going to go ahead and clear up this area. So bear with me here as I clean up really quick.
Can I move something?
What's that?
Can I help move something?
Nope, that should be fine. So I can only really use these two fingers as bracing fingers because otherwise my doctor would be very upset. Haven't been able to use my hand much. So always make sure that you clean your portafilters right away because you want to make sure your machines stay nice and clean. It's obviously a lot harder for me to clean my machine, especially with not being able to hold really any weight. All right, so that is the Breville DualBoiler. Absolutely amazing. That comes in at about $1,500, and then the niche is about coming in at around $700 to $800. So definitely a pretty price. You're looking at like $2,100 to $2,200 for that setup, which is quite a bit of money for most people. So definitely would recommend that if you could afford that in your budget. However, I know it is pretty pricey. So if you can't, I'm going to show you guys how great the Barista Express is and how good of a shot you can get with the Barista Express. So if you can follow me back over here, we're going to come right back over, weigh in our beans over here. I am going to be putting this into the Barista Express. I don't know exactly how much grinds or how many beans I'm going to have to dial in, but I'm going to attempt to do my best. So we are going to be using 17 grams here. So I like to use 17 grams with the Barista Express. Now I know they do have the 20 gram baskets now that you can get. So if you can get your hands on those, I strongly would recommend it because that's going to help you out a ton. All right, so right now my inner burr is set at 2. I believe it comes stock at 6. So if you guys want to try to make the process a lot easier, I strongly recommend, if you have the Barista Express, to change the inner burr in your grinder and change it to 3 or 4. And that's just going to make the outer dial a lot easier to kind of work with 1 through 16. So I have a video on my channel, so you can go ahead and check that out, how to change this inner burr. But I strongly recommend doing that. It's going to make the process so much easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the hopper. I like to just make this a single dose, meaning I only use the amount of coffee that I'm going to use for the shot. So that way no coffee is sitting in the hopper and getting stale. So definitely a strong recommendation.
What did you say your inner burst setting was set at?
2.
Okay, yep, that's what Bibby said. She said that she's using 17 to 18 gram, and then the inner burr setting is set on 2. So
Yep.
same.
All right, so if you guys have a Barista Express, you're new to it, this is the Crema bottomless portafilter, and this is the attachment. So this is the attachment that I bought off Amazon, or that I got from Hoon, but that you can get off Amazon. These is a 3D dosing funnel, and it is $30 on Amazon. 100% worth it and absolutely amazing.
I'm so sorry. They said I'm actually a dude. I'm so sorry. Because I said Bibby. I thought it was Bibby, like Bibian.
Oh. So here we go. All right, so one trick that I want to show you guys is when you guys finish grinding your beans, you're going to notice that you're going to have some retention. So if you take this and kind of cup it like this, you're going to notice that beans are going to fall down here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this back on. All right, so as you saw, there wasn't actually that much. I mean, these beans do a pretty good job at not having too much static or anything. So I'm gonna kind of, all right. So we have our puck right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the.
Someone said, "Are those stock baskets?"
Yeah. So this is the stock basket with the Barista Express. So this is the Crema all-in-one distribution and tamping tool.
Do you want me to hold that?
No, okay.
Okay.
So here you have the nice puck right here, but we're not finished yet. We're also going to tamp this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set this here and grab my tamper. This is a Lux House tamper I got off Amazon. I think it's like $20 or $30. Just make sure it's nice and even when tamping. Definitely would not recommend tamping like this, but that's all I can do. All right, so nice and even there. So still looks pretty good. So we're gonna come on over here. Like I said, stay consistent. Make sure to purge that machine. Start to see some water come out. Just go ahead and stop it, lock that in. And then we are going to start our shot. So here we go. So if you want to get under for the extraction, move this out a bit more. Alright, so here we go. Let's hope that it's decent because I'm running out of beans. So as you guys can see, shot looks pretty good here. Shot's coming out nicely. Definitely going a little bit slower than I want, so definitely gonna have to go a little bit coarser. However, the shot is pretty good. So that is our desired 34 grams in 32 seconds. So I would say that if you were to dial this in one more time, strongly recommend that you go probably, right now I'm on the outer burr setting at 6, inner burr at 2. I would probably go outer burr at 8 or 7 just to make it a little bit more coarse. So that's one recommendation that I would do. But to save time, just going to go ahead and mix this up. Obviously, the crema is still really good. So, cheers. I'm going to go ahead and give this a taste test. Yeah, so with the Barista Express, it's coming in at $700. I believe during a sale, I know Bed Bath & Beyond gives you 20% off discount on this machine at times. And you get pretty good deals on Amazon around Christmas time for $600. So as an all-in-one machine, $600 or $700, you get everything you need. The steam wand, you get the built-in grinder. I mean, it's just an all-in-one machine and you can't go wrong. I've had it for over a year and I have zero complaints. There's so many accessories for the Barista Express. When I first bought the Barista Express, there was no bottomless portafilters, there was no dosing funnels, hardly. And there was just a lot of things that were missing. But now you can buy anything with the Breville Barista Express as you can with like the Breville DualBoiler or the Linea Mini accessories like tampers, precision tampers and stuff. You can even buy St. Anthony's. This is a 58 millimeter block party. You can also buy their block party in 54 millimeters. So if you haven't checked them out, definitely check out St. Anthony's as well. But like I said, this is a dialing in video. I hope this video helps you guys. These are both of my Breville machines. So as you can tell, you can pull a great shot on both the Barista Express and the DualBoiler. Big price difference, but we're not comparing that. We're comparing just dialing in different shots. So if the shot's coming out way too slow, coursing up the grinds, it'll come out a lot faster. If it's coming out too fast, you're going to want to make sure that it's a lot finer, so that way the extraction goes a lot slower. So again, I like to be around that 1 to 2 ratio. So if I put 20 grams in, I want to get 40 grams out in that 22 to 28 second range. Now, I feel like this is just a guide. You can pretty much just get a really good tasting shot out of a 30 to 32 second shot, as well as a 17 to 18 second shot. But for the most part, you want to stay consistent and try to keep that around the same time every time, so you get a nice and good shot. And you have a starting point every morning when you wake up to make your espresso. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to consider hitting that like button. It really, really helps my channel. Let's try to get these likes to 50 on this video. I'm usually averaging around 20 to 22. So I would really, really appreciate it if you guys could hit that thumbs up. I know it's repetitive, but it really does help my channel grow, and I can reach more beginners like you guys and help you guys learn your machine. So I'm going to be going over basics while I am in recovery, and I also have some videos that I want to put out and edit for you guys as well. So again, my name is Dylan with Dylan's Espresso Bar, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.